affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
said condone. I said condone. Okay? I am the type of mother that if you say anything about my kid in any disregard in that way, I will become a fire-breathing fucking badger that will tear your fucking face off. Period.
Folks, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, another Saturday morning, doing an impromptu live stream. Now, as many of you have probably already seen, Rev has put out a video in response. Now, this has the potential of being a little mini saga here, folks, so I want to thank you all for joining me. We had covered a lot of this on Weirdo Wonderland, and other people have taken a look at this as well. And I just thought, what the hell? Now, the video that Rev put out is about 7 minutes long. It in of itself is not that long. And I thought, what the heck? Since the whole thing up to this point, I have edited down, and other people as well, down to like 1 minute videos. We're just going to cap end. We're going to do a quick review through the incidences that brought us to this point, including Vonhelton's response from Facebook, which we covered last night. But I downloaded a copy. It's actually the longest response, coming in at something like 18 minutes of him ranting and raving. But I thought, what the heck, since we're here, we're going to make it worth it. We're going to make it count. Folks, we've said it and seen it so many times before. When the scales have been removed from their eyes, right? When it personally affects them. Hey, I hate to be that guy. I don't want to say, I told you so. But who'd have thunk that Vonhelton was a fucking creeper, right? Who'd have thunk that? Huh. If only we had recognized a pattern in the past of this type of behavior. If only there were videos and people calling him out. Oh, but remember, we're all the assholes. We're the bad people. Right? For calling this shit out. But you know how this stuff goes. Anybody that's been around a few minutes on the internet knows that, we could probably already set up a poll if it hasn't, how long it'll be till they're all buddy-buddy again. Till the Reverend Dude. The Reverend Dude comes out. Folks. Yeah. These are crazy times. Crazy times. But yes, Rev has come out. He put out a video. So we're going to get into that momentarily. Folks, I just want to take this opportunity to let you know that this broadcast is being brought to you by the good people at Rev's Rollies. Rev's Rollies. Okay, let's get on with the show where it all began. Folks, thank you for joining me. Please thumbs up the video. It'll drive Vonhelton crazy. Oh, and I'm going to make sure. So this is the incident in question. Now, listen. Again, don't want to be that guy, but we got to play fair here. It is possible. I think what Vonhelton saw was a young mouse. And I would even give Vonhelton the benefit of the doubt that thinking it might have been a female. But the point still remains. It would have been a 14-year-old female. I think that's the point that we have to focus on here, folks. So again, this is where it all began. And Vonhelton was quite interested in what he saw. Folks, thank you for joining me.
I don't know about you, Vaughn, but Jason really looks like he's doing good. He's got a pretty nice looking place over there as well. I don't know what people are all bitching about.
Yeah, I saw a white female go up the stairs, look pretty damn good, and it sure as hell wasn't his wife. So, I wonder who that was. And then I saw a black cat come down the stairs. So, I don't know. Was she a witch? Did she turn into a black cat and come down the stairs?
That's probably what happened.
That might have been. Hey, you never fucking
know how
know.
the Christians are turning into wicked furry cats.
Right.
You're not naked over there, are you?
No. No.
All right. I wasn't able to see the rest of you. I was like, Sherry's going to get exciting up in here.
No. Vaughn, by the way, that other woman you were talking about and kind of gloating about the other day was actually my son. So,
A son?
You were flirting with
Yeah.
Sandy's son?
No, I wasn't flirting.
No, he
First
was
of all,
gloating and saying that he, like, Rev looks like he had another woman, and
no,
it was
that's
my.
not what I said. No, wait, hold, stop. That's not what I said.
Oh, that wasn't what he said. Well, let's just go back, folks. Bear with me. It's quick. So there goes the young child in question. Kind of mouse-ish. I'll give him that.
I don't know about you, Vaughn, but Jason really looks like he's doing good. He's got a pretty nice looking place over there as well. I don't know what people are all bitching about.
Yeah, I saw a white female go up the stairs, look pretty damn good, and it turns out it wasn't his wife.
Oh. Okay. Anyways.
So, I wonder who that was. And then I saw a black cat come down the stairs. So I don't know. Was she a witch? Did she turn into a black cat and come down the stairs?
That's probably what happened.
That might have been. Hey, you never fucking know.
How the Christians are turning into wicked furry
turning
cats.
Right.
You're not naked over there, are you?
No, no.
All right. I wasn't able to see the rest of you. I was like, uh-oh, Sherry's going to get exciting up in here.
No. Vaughn, by the way, that other woman you were talking about and kind of gloating about the other day was actually my son. So,
A son?
You were flirting with Sandy's son?
No, I wasn't flirting.
No, he was gloating and saying that he, like, Rev looks like he had another woman, and it was my.
Not what I said. No, wait, hold, stop. That's not what I said at all. What I said was I thought I saw a woman go upstairs, and I saw a black cat come downstairs, and I thought that she might have been a witch. Is exactly my words. Is that not correct, Brett?
He's a pagan. He thinks that women turn into cats.
Yeah, certainly. Why not? Hey, familiars, man, you know.
Women turn into cats?
Yeah, familiars. Look it up.
All right. Now this goes out to my brother. All right, Vaughn. All right. Now, you don't have to be embarrassed or whatever, okay? But I really want you to tell the folks that are out there that when you were on Brett's show and you said that it looked like I was living with another woman that looked pretty nice, okay, that was my son, William. Now, you need to admit to the folks that you were like popping CBD gummies or if you got medical cannabis or something, or you were too high or drunk, were you drinking, Vaughn? Because look, no one can look at that boy and say that looks like a woman, man. I'm sorry. So now you're sobered up, Vaughn. Admit to the public that you were trashed that night and you saw something wrong, okay? Holy shit, Vaughn.
So apparently there's this clip going around of Vaughn finding my 14-year-old attractive, and I just want to put it out there to the public that I condone any making fun of him or bashing him or correcting him at all for this, because he's literally finding teenagers attractive. Thank you.
Common gods, answer me. For years I have asked you, where is justice? Where is punishment? Why are the innocent dying while the guilty go free? Why the senseless killing? Why the stealing? Why has everything been allowed to occur the way it has? But perhaps you've already answered me. Perhaps you've already told me where it is. Perhaps punishment is in me. Thought it was safe to get back in the motherfucking pool. Here comes this more motherfucking bullshit, right? And by the way, the little red sign says we are live, we are live, we are live, and it is so. I have checked my audio. My audio should be okay. No, let me check that again. I'm going to make sure my audio is fine. Because Windows loves to pot down my microphone. I don't know why. They keep saying it's the driver for the internet, but Killer says it ain't us. So I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So just when you thought it was safe to get back in the pool, here comes more motherfucking drama, right, guys? Okay, let's review, class. Okay, because it's important to get this shit right. And let me pull up the video, which I happen to have a copy of. Imagine that. I just happen to have a copy of that shit. Let me see here. Let me pull this shit up. And let's see where we at here. There we go. There's the one I want right there. Okay, let me find the right place. Okay. All right, there we go. Perfect.
Look at the sores on his arms.
And that look is perfect as well.
Back, and on that arm, too.
Let me share this with you.
I'm just going to back that up. Look at that.
Right place.
Folks. Then over on the other arm as well. Huh.
Okay. All right, there we go. Perfect. And that look is perfect as well. All right. Let me share this with you. Okay, now as you can see in the upper left-hand corner, there is Rev. And the light to the stairs is on. And I saw this individual. I had no idea who the fuck it was. No idea. I had no idea who the fuck it was. I saw someone with very long hair. I mean, hair way down past the shoulders. Okay, that's all I saw was an entity with very long hair going up the stairs. And then I saw a black cat come down the stairs. That's all I got to see. Now, Rev is sitting right fucking there. So the question, class, is if that was their child, why didn't Rev speak up? Why didn't Rev say, hey, that's just my kid, ignore him? I mean, wouldn't that be the normal thing to do? Yeah. So why, and Shani, you can't see Shani because she's not on camera, but Shani is over here to the, let's see, it would be his left, our right. Shani is over to his left, our right, off camera, but she's there too. And Shani never said a word. Hey, that's my kid. She never said shit. Rev never said shit. None of them said a goddamn word. Not one. Why? Why is that, guys? Why is it that they never said one fucking word? I didn't know who that person was. I thought they were living in a duplex. I've lived in a duplex. Well, Vaughn, what's a duplex? A duplex is where you live, one family lives and another family lives, and then they have a communal living room and kitchen that they share.
No, that's
okay?
not. That's not.
A lot of older buildings are set up that way. Okay, it's for two families. One family's on the left, one family's on the right, and then you got the living room and the kitchen in the middle. And I thought they were renting a duplex. And I thought maybe that was another couple. That's what I thought.
No.
I had no fucking idea.
He said Rev had another woman. It didn't look like Shani.
Children were completely grown up because nobody, not even G-Man, told me their kids were grown. Nobody, not a troll, not G-Man, not Beckel. Nobody told me that their kids were grown. When somebody told me they had kids, I'm assuming they're toddlers or 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, whatever. I was not expecting them to be grown adults. Not at all. Okay, so when I saw this person going up the stairs, I'm like, yeah, probably another couple. They're renting a duplex. And how many times has the troll said that they're living with G-Man? How many times have they said that? Okay, could have been one of G-Man's girlfriends for all I fucking know. I had no idea who the hell that was. I've never seen their children. And I sure as fuck didn't think their children were grown adults. Had no fucking idea. Now, Shani, in that video you just heard, said that her kid was a minor. That didn't look like no fucking minor to me. That looked like a full-grown adult to me. That's exactly what that looked like.
Oh, it does. Now, for those of you that remember, when I played the infamous Skype pedo call, I am not a pedo, I am not a pedo, Vonhelton, when he was talking about people who assault children, he actually equated teenagers and adults as not being in the camp of hands off. So in his mind, whatever he considers a teenager, he sees the same as an adult in those ways. So when he says minor, as he's going to explain, he means a little wee kid. But if they're like, you know, if they have a teen after the number, right? 11 teen, 12 teen, then it's fair game, I guess.
You know, I mean, anybody can say anything about anything, right? But unless you know what the fuck you're talking about, it's all hearsay anyway. But the funny part about it is that I'm actually, what I saw of that individual, I saw him going up the stairs, and then I saw a black cat coming down the stairs, and I made a joke to Brett. I said, yeah, maybe it was a witch because she turned into a cat. I was joking about the fucking shit. I wasn't serious about anything. This bitch getting on a fucking camera and saying that I had sexual relations with her goddamn boy is a bunch of shit. And I don't take that very kindly, Shani. Who's the fucking perv now, Shani? Where the fuck did that come from? It come inside your fucking brain. That's where it come from. Because it sure didn't come out of my lips. That come out of your brain. So why are you thinking that thought, Shani? Because I thought it was a goddamn runner. That's who I thought it was. I had no idea your children were fucking 6 goddamn feet tall. When somebody says child, I think of a toddler. Or I think of maybe a little 5-year-old or some shit. I don't think of somebody that's 6 goddamn feet tall. When I think of children, I don't think of 6 feet tall individuals, Shani. You dumb fucking bitch. Sitting there trying to claim I'm a goddamn perv. Why didn't you open up your fucking mouth in that video and say that was your child? Why didn't Rev open up his mouth and say that was he's on camera? Why didn't he open up his mouth and say that, hey man, that's my kid, just ignore him? That's what normal people do. Normal people, when they see their kid on camera, they say, oh, just ignore my kid. You know, that's what normal people do. Now, granted, you guys are far from normal. But, you know, I mean, usually, you know, when you see your kid on camera, you're going to say something. Typically, normal people do that. But the fact that you actually went there immediately with the pedophilia shit, that come out of your fucking brain, sweetheart, not out of my lips. Because I thought that was a fucking renter. That's who I thought that was. Because when somebody tells me they have kids, I don't expect them to be 6 fucking feet tall. I expect them to be about that tall, maybe a foot or two. I don't expect them to be 6 foot tall. That sure didn't look like no minor to me. Minors usually aren't 6 foot tall. That person going up the stairs was every bit of 6 foot. Every bit of it. And they had, like I said, the hair was way past the shoulders. Way past the shoulders. Okay, so maybe, just maybe, instead of accusing me of trying to fuck your kid, maybe, bitch, you ought to get your fucking mouth off of me before the gods I serve crack down on your happy ass. Oh, and by the way, nice try getting $3,000 more out of people when you got $2 million sitting in a fucking Pennsylvania bank. Lying to people, Shani, and getting $3,000 out of them. That's not very Christian-like, Shani. That's not very Christian-like, sweetheart. Just saying. Ain't Christians supposed to tell the truth? I didn't know Christians were allowed to lie. But don't you ever call me a pedophile again. Because I do know where you live. And I can call the cops. And this time they will fucking arrest your ass for slander, libel, and defamation.
That brings up an interesting point. You know, though Vaughn is technically crippled because of bloated fat foot and uncut nails, and really doesn't have a means to afford to go to Pennsylvania. He has been looking for their address. I have demonstrated, I have showed that in video, that he was fishing for their address. It was, as again, threatened to call. First it was the CPS, now he's blatantly saying the cops. But there may be a bigger... I'm just throwing it. Rev, Shani, if you're watching, listen, let me talk to the dude just for a second. Just for a minute, I just want to talk to the dude. Dude, I'm just saying, this guy has a history, allegedly, of looking in windows. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I'm just leaving it there. Might be a good idea to make sure the windows are locked before Vonhelton comes up and pays you all a visit. Folks, I got to take a moment, plug my sponsor. This comes with the game, folks.
Oh, folks, we got a tobacco situation, the finest quality in all of Eastern Pennsylvania. Sprinkle that tobacco, click it up, and then you've got yourself a Red Rollies.
It's a Red Roller right there. It's a perfect cigarette.
Let's check out some individual reviews. Don't forget to drink plenty of water.
Get behind me, Satan.
Red Rollies.
No!
Folks, I got to do it. I got to pay the bills around here, folks. All right.
I didn't know who the fuck that was going up them stairs. I thought it was a goddamn renter, or maybe G-Man's girlfriend. That's who I thought the fuck it was. Kids, when I think of kids, I don't think of somebody that's 6 goddamn feet tall. When I think of kids, I think of, maybe 1 foot, 2 foot tall, or a toddler or an infant, That's what I think of when I think of kids. I don't think of somebody that's 6 goddamn feet tall. Not typically. Okay? So why don't you get your fucking mind out of the goddamn gutter, bitch? How about we try that? And you ever accuse me of pedophile again, sweetheart, the cops will be knocking on your door again. Only this time they will drag your fucking ass to prison. Because I'll file a lawsuit against your ass. Is that clear? It better be. Because I do know where you live. God damn. What the fuck, man? I can't believe you even went there. What mother would go there any fucking way? Sick, man. Sick motherfuckers. And why is it that you immediately believe trolls on YouTube anyway? Like the trolls are suddenly the fount of all truth? No, typically YouTube trolls are lying out their fucking ass. Typically speaking.
No, they just watched the video of you on Brett's Hangout. I mean, it's not... Dude. What the hell?
But yeah, folks, I even made a wisecrack because, the only thing...
Tentai donated $1. Rev, Vaughn, and Brett. The Legion of Fail is falling apart with Shani and Vaughn attacking each other.
Trouble in the hen house, folks. Thank you very much for the donation.
I seen. Now, the person may have been coming up and down the stairs quite a bit, but as you know, I was stepping out and coming back, stepping out and coming back, because I was making food. The only thing I seen was somebody with very long hair, way past their shoulders, going up the stairs, and then I saw a black cat come down the stairs. That's all I seen. Now, if there was anything else in the video, I didn't catch it, or I wasn't paying any attention, or whatever. Okay. And I figured, well, hell, maybe they rent a duplex and this person is in the other half of the duplex. That's all. Or possibly G-Man's girlfriend if they're living with G-Man. I had no idea who the fuck that was. No clue. Not a fucking clue. I've never seen Rev and Shani's kids on camera. Ever. And I sure as fuck didn't think they were 6 goddamn feet tall. Holy fuck. I sure as hell didn't believe that. Like I said, when I think of children, I think of kids about 1 or 2 foot tall, okay, or a toddler or an infant. That's what I think of when I think of the word kids. I don't think of somebody 6 foot tall with hair down to here.
Except that, you know, Shani and Rev are both in their mid to late 30s. So, I'm just saying.
It's not what I think of when I think of the word kid. Right? And I don't believe that individual was no 14 years old any goddamn way. No fucking way. They're too big. They're too tall. I had no concept of children being 6 foot tall. I cannot wrap my mind around that. Sorry, I can't wrap my mind around that shit. But the next time you call me a pedophile, bitch, the police will be knocking on your door for real. And they will be dragging your happy ass. And G-Man and Brett Keane will not be able to bail you out. Okay? Let's just get that shit right now. Because I do know where you live. I do know where you live. So call me a pedophile one more time, sweetheart, and see what happens to your happy ass. I'm sick and tired of this fucking shit. And you go to the fucking YouTube trolls instead of coming to me, or instead of open up your fucking pie hole in this goddamn video. What, you were right there. You were sitting right there. Why didn't you open your mouth and say, hey, that's my kid? Why didn't Rev open his mouth and say, hey, that's my kid?
Unnamed Gods of the Universe donated $3. Mouse 2.0 as Vaughn's destiny.
Indeed, it has been prophesized by the unnamed gods. Thank you very much.
Not a peep from either of you in that fucking video. Not a peep from either of you. But by God, you sure can throw the fucking accusations out there, can't you? Yeah, you can't comment for 1 month, yeah. Yeah, you can't comment for a month. I had to do that, man. The fucking YouTube trolls were spamming my chat with all kinds of racial slurs and sexual innuendo and shit. So I had to set shit up that way. I apologize in advance. Those of you that are watching on Twitch, I apologize in advance. That's just the way it is, man. You know, it's one of them things, right? Nothing I can do about that shit. But anyways, back to my little rant here, because this is fucking bullshit. Accusing me of shit that ain't even my goddamn fault. I had no idea who the fuck that was going up them goddamn stairs. I had no fucking clue. So get your mouth off of me. You accuse me of being a pedophile ever again, Shani, and you will go to jail. Or you will at the very least stand in front of the judge. I guarantee it. Because I got no problem taking you to court. None whatsoever. Especially after you just pilfered $3,000 out of a bunch of people who thought you were broke, and then come to find out you got $2 million in a goddamn bank in Pennsylvania. Why did you lie to them people and tell them you was broke, Shani? Why did you do that? That's not very nice, Shani, and it sure as fuck ain't very Christian-like. Now is it? No, it is not. But Reb was on that camera. He never opened up his mouth, and you were just off camera and never opened up your mouth. You could have easily said, hey, that's my kid. Just ignore him. Well, you never said that, though, did you? Neither you nor Reb, neither one. Why? Why did you not say anything? Oh, could it be because you knew I didn't know what the fuck your kids looked like? Could that maybe have been it? Maybe you wanted more fucking drama? Well, you got drama. Because the next time you do it, I'm calling the cops out to your fucking house. Try me and see if I don't. Because I know where you live. I will call the cops and have you arrested. You don't call me a fucking pedophile. Ever. Never again, Shani. Never again. Never again. All right. Rant over. Have a nice life.
There ain't no cam. There we go. Howdy, folks. Well, how should I do this? We'll just type this in. Oh boy. Yowzers. I'll go to images for this, I guess. That makes the most sense. So, okay. We'll go with this picture because this, I guess, is what most people know is looking like. This is an individual by the name of Vonhelton. Now, I was in a room run by Brett Keane, and he was in there, and my son came down the steps, Will, who has long hair. Now, what was said after I left the room, because I was not in the room when this was said, but what was said by Vonhelton, and there's video evidence put out by other sources that you can find, that Vonhelton said that it appeared that Rev, me, was living with another woman, and it looked pretty good to him. That's the quote. It looked pretty good. So, what we're dealing with here is that you have an individual right here by the name of Vonhelton on the internet. That's what you're going to know him by. He goes by James Paul Vonhelton. Some people call him the Punisher. He claims to be the character that inspired the Punisher in real life. This is the individual right here. Now, have I ever wanted to have to do a video like this? Of course not. This is an individual that I called a brother in the foxhole against in the war against the New World Order. So, of course, this is always a very hard thing to come to an understanding of, and very traumatic. Look, me and Shanny have been really digging into Nickelodeon and all of this stuff. And when you start scratching, it all smells like maps. It all smells like MAPS, which is minor attracted persons, okay? Which we know by the old term, which is straight up, okay? It's a P word, and that's it. So, we're dealing with that, okay? This is the face of what you would call that, okay? Now, because it's proven. I mean, I don't know if he was drunk or he's just so flagrant now he doesn't care that people know. But now we're at the point now where people know. Okay? So, what do I do with that? Because this is one of the last people I'd want to come against like this. Because I just don't like doing things like this. But now we know that he found my 14-year-old son attractive. And he can't deny it. Because he said it. So this is officially Revelation News, the brand, Revelation News Radio, and every other thing affiliated with me and my wife Shanny for Christ and all of her names. We now cut ties with Vonhelton forever, and as well as Brett Keane. This is forever, and we are never going to talk again. This is just the way it has to be, because when somebody's in your life like this, what you do is cut out the cancer. And if another individual is going to have that individual on his show, then it's just going to be that way because, well, the guy is an open map. He's open. So we're just cutting ties, and we bless everybody, of course. But certain people in the family are not happy. You could say the better half is not happy right now. And it's really disturbing that people would keep company with such an individual after you know. Why would you be happy about it? Why would you even want to come in contact with it? Why would you even want to think about the individual ever again? Why would... That's correct. Why would anybody want to have to do with somebody that just clearly had an attraction to a 14-year-old boy? I'm going to ask you that, Brett. Do you really want to be associated with a man that openly on your show found a 14-year-old boy sexually attractive? This is not normal or acceptable. He should be not on the show, Brett. and he needs to be relegated to a place like Matt Bell at this point, because he just showed it. Okay, I was out of the room. I would have said, wait a minute. Wait, what, Vaughn? Now, we really have to talk about this, Vaughn. You really found William attractive. Now, look, this is the face right here. This is the face. This is the face of a map. And it's very clear. Okay? I never wanted to think this, nor did I ever want to do a video like this or think this way. But I mean, guys, we know that Andrea was very young. And we don't know about any other individuals that this individual may have influenced and been a part with. We don't know how many of these individuals he has come in contact with on stick cam back in the old days, folks. And yes, okay, this is just facts, folks. Okay, I have to say this. This man's children were taken away by the authorities because of involvement and having in possession of child porn. Now,
Well, wait. We got to make sure the records are straight here. He's had a few little slip-ups in what he said, but just before we go any farther, you got to clear the record on that one, okay? And I would like to point out, it's funny, if they were aware of all this activity, why was it just now that it's a problem? Oh, because it affected them. So this is just further evidence they're well aware of Vonhelton's history, even if they have some facts fudged, even if they think it's worse than it really was. Right? So the whole thing about the porn, just to be clear, the accusation against Vonhelton was nothing to do with child pornography. It also was nothing to do with him like sitting his kids down and making them watch any kind of pornography. Excuse me, pardon me. The concern was that they were in an environment where they would be exposed to pornography, which I'm thinking is something stupid, like he had one of his disgusting mods going and the kid creeped in and used the bathroom and saw something and said something, right? It was probably something more like that. Now, he, of course, tried to blame Andrea, right? But I think it was more the kids saw something they weren't supposed to see. You know, they were able to hear things they weren't supposed to hear, which is just as creepy and weird and fucking definitely a valid case for them. Not that it's a toxic environment for kids to be in. But I just want to be clear, I'm not aware of him ever actually being formally investigated for child pornography. I mean, I think the truth about Vonhelton is dirty enough. That's as I understand it. If people have evidence or information to the contrary, by all means. But don't get me wrong, he's an internet predator. He's a creeper. He's, we just got to keep it real here, folks.
he says it's Andrea that just showed him it. Now, are we to believe this after there's evidence clearly now that we have a guy go, that 14-year-old boy that just walked up your steps looked pretty good to me? Now, this is not normal. This is something that should now be investigated. Jesus bless each and every one of you. I'm sorry about the drama, but this has to happen. I apologize. Peace out. Jesus Christ is Lord.
All right, folks, so there we are. That brings us up to date, unless anything's been put out since we went live. I don't think this is over. I think that we should seriously start a betting pool of how long it's going to be until they show up on the Brett Keane stream. You know, they're cutting ties forever. We've heard this song and dance before. And again, not only are they aware of Vonhelton's sordid, seedy past, they actually thought some elements were worse than it really is, and they were still friends with him. So what the hell's going to make this any different in the long run? I don't think really anything, folks. Now, I will say that I don't think Shani really likes Vaughn at all anyways, so it's no love loss on her part. But I totally see them all getting together in a Brett Keane hangout. Aye, folks. Well, like I said, that's where we end it for now. I want to thank you all for coming out, supporting the channel with a thumbs up. Sure would appreciate it. And as I learn new news, I will keep you posted. Till next time, thanks for joining.